Thanks to Boll and Branch for sponsoring this video. Today I want to share 7 simple ways to refresh your home. I think all of us can start to get tired of our spaces, like it just kind of feels stale or not welcoming to be in some way. And I think that there are a few quick things we can do to make our spaces feel much more pleasant and enjoyable to be in. I think also, given that my channel has a lot to do with minimalism, honestly, sometimes when we're not trying to constantly get new things can start to feel a little bit stale, and that natural human tendency to want something new creeps on in. And so I think little things we can do to try to bolster our interest in our space or our feeling of comfort or relaxation in our space can re-energize us and reduce our stress and just make us feel better in our homes. So that's what I'm going to be discussing today. The first strategy in refreshing your home is to pick one thing that you want to buy that you think will be high impact, that will really help your home feel fresh and new. I think it's easy to feel an itch to just buy a bunch of new things all the time and to constantly having new stuff flood into our homes. But if instead we think strategically about what's one area of my home that if I made a change, it would have a high impact on my quality of life or my feeling in the space, what is that area for me? And to invest in a piece that will just make that difference for you, I think it can really impact how you feel in your space. Because for me, minimalism isn't about starving myself of all shopping ever. For me, it's about being very thoughtful and strategic with how I spend my money. And for me, I think one of the best areas to invest, a really high impact type of purchase for refreshing our home, is investing in really good quality, sustainable heirloom bedding. And that is where the sponsor of this video comes in. And I'm very picky about which brands I want to work with and what I want to be supporting on my channel. And to me, Boll and Branch is just one of those companies that's super thoughtful, that creates high quality products that are built to last the test of time. There is nothing like getting into bed with really high quality sheets and bedding that makes you feel rested and comfortable. Also, what I love about bedding is it's a purchase that isn't necessarily about showing off to the outside world. It's about investing in what will make you feel good at the end of the day when your head hits the pillow and in the way you start the day when you wake up in the morning. What I like about Boll and Branch is it's designed to last a lifetime, so you don't keep buying your bedding over and over again and throwing out old stuff. It's something that's supposed to get better with every wash and will be there with you in the long run. It's ethically sourced from farmer to factory. Employees are paid fair wages and treated with respect. Organically made with 100% organic cotton. It's sustainably crafted using toxin-free processes. And so you know you can just feel good about bringing their products into your home. So very generously, Boll and Branch sent me a set of sheets that are really crisp and comfortable, the duvet set, both in white, and then the throw blanket, as well as the waffle blanket in the natural color. I absolutely love the texture of both these blankets, and I love the clean, simple, minimal style of the duvet set and the sheets. We are currently using them in our primary bedroom, and I'm really enjoying them. I really like that when you just can touch bedding like this and feel the quality, it's worth it because you'll be keeping it for the long run. So if you're interested in making this high impact upgrade in your home, I have a limited time offer available to my viewers. Until the end of this month, you can use the promo code ELIN20, spelled ELIN 20, for 20% off your order. See their site for more details. A second way to refresh your home is to rearrange furniture or artwork, or to even repurpose rooms. So switching an office to a studio or even a bedroom, or simply switching the way your bed is oriented or the way the chairs fit in the dining room. Or if you're limited in space and you don't have that many options, it can even be as simple as switching where the artwork on the walls are. I think doing something as simple as that can make your whole space feel refreshed. A third way to refresh your home is change how you're spending your time in your space. So change where you do certain things. Maybe it's switching where you're doing the work. If you work at home, switching from your typical office or desk space to maybe sitting somewhere else, like at the table or some other location. Repurposing how we use our spaces, make them feel more fun and like new. And part of this might even be getting out of the house. Like if you're always at home, your space doesn't feel as fresh or as interesting as that feeling of when you leave and come back. There's something about returning home that makes home feel just so good. And so even if it's as simple as, going to the library to do some work or working at a coffee shop, or if it's something more dramatic, like going on a trip for a little bit to come back home and to feel refreshed, thinking about where we're spending our time and doing things just a little bit out of the ordinary or finding ways to switch it up can be really impactful. Sometimes I'll switch where I'm working from the back room office to the dining room table, or even occasionally the couch, or I'll even just go on a short walk as a break to get out of the house so that when I come back in, it feels a little bit like new. A fourth way to refresh your space is to do a deep clean of one part of your space. I honestly think if sometimes things are feeling kind of old and drab, it might be that they're just getting a little bit grimy and it's time to do that deeper clean. I think especially when life can get hectic or busy, it's easy to let that deep cleaning go to the wayside. And so just picking a little area, a doable task to clean one part of your home a little bit more deeply can make the space feel a little bit more like new. Another way to refresh your space is to think about your home's scent. Sometimes we just need to air out our homes a little bit. Dust off some furniture, open the windows, let the air blow in, or maybe it's about lighting a candle or some incense or something like that. But being aware of how your space smells can really make a big difference. Sometimes if I just open the windows and see the air blowing in through curtains, it feels really good. I have heard that there's this connection between scent and memory, and that's often wrapped up in emotions. And I think if we just make our space feel like it smells good, like it's fresh or enjoyable to be in, you're just going to feel a bit better. The next way to refresh your home is to address the lighting. I think light really impacts our emotions as well, and also affects our sleep cycles and all of that. And so I think making sure that during the day, you can open up the curtains, get some light in your home, or, even use lamps or the lights that you have to your advantage, it can make a big impact. And sometimes it can even be also like turning down the lights. Like if you have mood lighting in the evenings, that can kind of make your space feel a little bit more special. So consider how you can adjust your lighting to refresh your space. Have it feel a little bit different than maybe the norm. For me, sometimes it's about using candlelight at dinner or turning on lamps instead of the overhead at night. I also use light color linens for my curtains so that light is always coming through even when I have my curtains closed. I think little touches around lighting can affect how you feel in your space. A final way to refresh your space is to create a new, out-of-the-ordinary memory in your home. There are a variety of ways you can try to achieve this, whether it's having people over, whether it's repotting a new plant, doing an art project, cooking something that's a bit of a challenge, or having a board game night maybe that's on the floor or somewhere unusual. Using your space in new ways, creating memories can be a great way to give your space more energy. I think sometimes we just start to feel stuck in our spaces because we get into such a routine, but I do think there's something to be said for sometimes doing something just a little bit out of the ordinary to make a space feel new and refreshing. I personally think that when we create memories in a space, they become more meaningful for us. And so I think it's important to be strategic about how we're spending our time in our space and how we can make it more interesting or different so that we can feel good in it. Anyway, that's most of what I have for you today. Don't forget, if you're interested in the Boll & Branch products, to use the link in the description box below, check out their website, and you can use my promo code AILIN20 as well. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Doing that really helps support the channel and gets the video out to more people. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ailin. Welcome, glad you found me here. If you want more videos on simple living, minimalism, and building an empowering mindset, then hit the subscribe button below. I have a lot more bingeable content on these topics. Thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.